again. What's going on? How we doing?
Doing well. Is it your first Comic-Con?
No, last year.
So you were here.
My second one. Yeah, but it's different this year.
So one of the burning questions I've had for Ralph is, I mean, it's really about Sue. Where are we? I mean, like where we pick up. Have you met her yet? Are you still chasing? And what is the mystery behind Sue Dibney?
I can't tell you when we're going to meet her, and I can't tell you when we're going to see her. I can't tell you, but we are going to see that. I mean, what I can tell you is in the first episode, we're going to already be exploring how that's affecting him and what he's doing with, following that file that he got last year, the Dearborn file, and seeing what's going on with that. So we're gonna jump right into that. But I can't tell you when we're going to meet her, but we are going to meet her. I'm very excited about that, and just realized I'm actually a little nervous about that too. It's like a big thing for the character, for the Ralph character. All roads lead to Sue, with Ralph, I think.
So, last season, it was a lot about Ralph wanting to be part of Team Flash.
Yeah.
And I feel like by the end of the season, he is now part of that family. He's part of that Team Flash.
Yeah.
What are we going to see going forward with that relationship?
You mean his relationship to the rest of the team?
Yeah.
I think one of the things that that I took away from last season and that we explored was he's sort of like, in a lot of ways, the heart of the team. A lot of times, he was developing his relation. We developed his relationship with Cisco, with Caitlin, with Killer Frost, with Sherlock, and we kind of saw this more than we ever did in season 4. We really saw this guy open up, and he finally felt like they were his family, and I think that brought out something in him where he's there for them, and he's there for them no matter what. I mean, he's a big puppy dog of a character in the best way. He's like a Great Dane, and all that about him. And he's just a sweet, sweet, sweet guy who has a very big heart, and I love that we explored that last year. And we're going to see, I think, some more independence from him too than we ever saw before in terms of, with Vibe not having his powers, with Cisco not having his powers, they're down a member in the field. So people need to step it up and need to be more independent, and he's had the experience now, He's been a hero long enough and had the experience of being on Team Flash where he's ready to step that up and do that.
Are we going to see more of him as a PI this season too?
Yeah, we're going to see more of the detective aspect. I mean, we started to get into that last year, and then obviously the end of last year with, he figured out the dagger thing and all of that. And then we're going to pick right up, and we're going to kind of get into that and keep playing that out more and more and more. And that's going to tie in with the Dearborn thing, with the file, with Sue and everything like that, and take us on this road where, he's exploring this aspect of the skills that he's very, very good at. And I'm excited for that. I love that.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're not allowed to say too much about Crisis, but let's just say in the case that you are in it, how does it feel to get to be part of one of the maybe biggest comic book stories of all time now being brought to television?
I feel the way about that I feel about playing this character and being on this show, which is, I just feel extremely lucky, to be totally honest. And I know that sounds like a talking point, but that's the honest truth. Is I grew up with a trunk full of comic books and 2 older brothers and watching Batman the Animated Series, and I remember seeing Tim Burton's '89 Batman movie in the drive-thru, when I was 4 years old. I grew up living this kind of stuff and enjoying this kind of stuff. So to be a part of it, and then to think that I'm going to be a part of something like Crisis, man, the 10-year-old in me is just like doing backflips all the time. It's very, very cool. I love my job, and I'm very lucky to be able to do it. And I'm excited to see what happens with the crossover.
What do you want to see in Crisis?
I don't even know how to touch that one. I don't even know how to touch that one. It might be more about what do I not want to see in Crisis. Because there's a cost that comes with that. What I can tell you is that it's going to change things forever in terms of how this whole world works, and in ways that you might expect it, and in ways that you also might not expect. But having said that, there's a lot, I know very little about it. I know very, very little about it. I mean, I'm a bit of a mushroom. They keep me in the dark and feed me, and then I find out when it's time to go to work.
Right.
But I haven't learned that much about it yet.
Thank you.
Ralph Dibney is such a beloved character for so many of us from the comics, and the TV show iteration when they introduced him was a slightly different take. Was there a favorite part for you as an actor in growing and evolving him, where you really discovered this is my favorite side of Ralph to play or bit to show?
Well, what he is now, what he was, midway through season 5 and at the end of season 5 and now at the beginning of season 6. That's how I always saw him. And that's how, when I did the audition process, I played him in that way too. And then they wanted to see, the other more Tex Avery walking cartoon character kind of side of things, which I have a lot of fun doing. I have a lot of fun doing that kind of, pratfall, slapsticky kind of stuff. But the way he is now is the way that I always saw him, kind of a bit more fully formed. And he's going to evolve even more. But our goal when I started was, cool, yeah, we see that too, but let's start him here so we can bring him to that. Because if we bring him in and he's fully formed, we're not going to have that much to mine in terms of having this character grow. And I think Ralph is, a lot more complex than maybe people realize. I think fans realize that, but I think there's so much to dig in with that guy, and there's such a rich history and so much progression to do, including the detective thing, including the Sue thing, including, all the elements that we brought in season 4. I'm glad that we did it that way. I really am. When I think back of how I was playing him in episode 5 or 6 of season 4, and then I think of how I was playing him in 601 or 602 and who he is now, he still feels like the same Ralph. But he's like the guy you went to college with that you see like a few years after college and you're like, man, you're still Ralph, but like, whoa, I love that.
So if Ralph's the Great Dane, who would you cast as dogs for the rest
Guys,
of the...
that has to be the last question. Sorry.
I don't know I don't know how to touch that one. I have no idea. Barry's a greyhound, right? They're the fastest, I guess. So it's got to be that. That's all I know about that. But he's got that like Scooby-Doo aspect to him. Ralph's got that like Scooby-Doo Great Dane kind of a thing going on.
Love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I love dogs more.
Yeah.
Probably know that about me.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Maybe it's whippets. Maybe whippets are the fastest.